I'm making flour cookies while I wait for spring, and today we're making stock flowers. I had actually never heard of this flower before until I took Sleeping Makes Me Hungry's cookie class where she paints flowers with buttercream, and she made a stock flower in that class, and it was so beautiful. I really recommend that class, by the way, if you want to learn how to paint flowers with buttercream. That's actually something I want to get back into. I need to try it again, maybe another series. It's a super pretty flower that reminds me of the snapdragon flower, but it's a little more frilly and full. Thankfully, Bethany drew this flower for me because I really could not wrap my head around the shaping of it, like turning the actual flower into royal icing. So I just traced it onto my cookie and followed the guide. I just put the image onto my iPad, connected my projector, and then traced it with a edible food pen. Don't use a fine tip pen for this, use more like a felt tip. I used a food doodler. I tried to give the flowers a lot of shape by utilizing the consistency of the icing to make the petals look puffy in some areas and wrinkly in others, just to give it more life rather than just puffy across the board. And I am just loving the consistency of icing for this. It was so easy to create a lot of dimension. I added some painting to give it even more dimension. Just mixed a little food coloring with water. I use Americolor gel food coloring. I do prefer to use water rather than alcohol for this because it just acts more like regular watercolor. Alcohol blooms the color a little bit more and you just have less control over how the watercolor looks in the end, in my personal opinion. The color I used as the base of most of these pinky icing colors was Americolor Burgundy, so I relied on that pretty heavily for the shading on most of these flowers with this color. A great hack for painting is to just shade with the exact same color you made the icing with. This added a lot of dimension. Even though I didn't put much thought into the shading, I was just going for it and doing my best. You don't need to overthink it, really. And here she is in the sunlight.